Space. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but it's pretty big. So when you're choosing how to get somewhere, your choice of transport is rather important.
What's happening, guys, and welcome back to yet another great video on our channel. Space is always a big mystery mark for us humans. There's still so much more to discover about it. Aside from Elon Musk's Mars project, what other ventures are set in space? And is it time yet for humans to travel there? Here are some new space travel methods that will blow your mind. Number 6. Light-driven sail.
Light sails at their simplest are sails that function not on wind but on light pressure. Lasers stationed on Earth or in space can exert pressure on sails. Sails in general are ancient ideas, and we have lasers.
Sails have been used by humans for centuries, but never could we have thought of them being used to explore space. Light sails are propelled by the pressure of light. There are laser stations on Earth that exert pressure on these sails to cause movement. A program named Breakthrough Starshot is working its way to send a large number of microbes attached to a light sail to Alpha Centauri. It's expected to reach Alpha Centauri in 2 to 3 decades. Number 5. Nuclear pulse propulsion.
There have been several proposals to build spacecraft accelerated by nuclear detonations to reach high enough speeds for realistic interstellar travel. The concept is simple.
Another method suggested was nuclear pulse propulsion. Although this seemed quite a feasible idea, the public discontent for nuclear reactions, bombs, and testing outlawed the experiment. It worked with a rocket firing nuclear bombs and disarming them at a specific time that would thrust the rocket and accelerate it. This would save astronauts a lot of time. Number 4. Valkyrie.
Travel at 92% of the speed of light, and then when you need it, have the means to slow back down.
What if we don't use matter for the functioning of the spacecraft? Have you heard of antimatter? That's right. Antimatter is something humans have already created, but not in vast quantities as much as required to power a spacecraft. Antimatter is everything that matter is not. By the reaction of the two, the pressure needed for the propulsion is created. This not only produces efficient speed, but is reliable. But the setback is, we haven't managed to create antimatter in sufficient quantities efficiently. Number 3. Ion thrusters.
Relatively new means of spacecraft propulsion. They were first invented only around 40 or 50 years ago. They utilize the Coulomb force to accelerate positively charged ions and create thrust.
The ion thrusters use the method of accelerating positively charged ions. This is called Coulomb's force. An inert gas, mostly xenon, is electrically charged, creating plasma inside a cathode. Large amounts of positively charged ions are thrust onwards as the exhaust and create enough force to thrust the spacecraft in the opposite direction. It was also proposed that to neutralize the exhaust beam, another cathode must be built to emit negatively charged ions. NASA has this theory in operation, so we might see it someday. Number 2. Alcubierre warp drive.
But NASA is actually funding some really early research related to the Alcubierre warp drive, which would allow us to appear to be breaking the universe's speed limit by bending space itself around us.
Alcubierre warp drive. Based on Einstein's theory of field equations that proposes a spacecraft can achieve speed faster than light only in the existence of a negative mass. Alcubierre, after whom this warp drive is named after, seeks to break the speed of light by compressing the space itself. The spacecraft remains in a bubble that has the space contracted in front of you but expanded behind you. The warp drive creates a wave that helps the spaceship to time travel and accelerates at a high speed. Number 1. Wormholes.
The concept of a possible connection or tunnel to another part of the universe is an alluring one in science fiction.
Sci-fi movies have an eye for the traversable wormhole solution to space travel. This works in a way that it connects two ends of the universe, creating an empty space between which is traveled through a wormhole. Although it seems quite a way, it's hard to keep a wormhole open, and even if it remains open. Negative matter can maintain the hole open, but it only works in one direction. It could pave the way for time travel, but there's no going back. These are some new methods for space traveling. If one of them works without a problem, then bye-bye gas combustion spacecraft. In the future, maybe 50 to 100 years from now, these methods might become reality. Whatever your thoughts are on these methods, do let us know in the comments down below. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit that like button to show us your support, and if you want more content like this going forward, then don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. And with that, I'll catch you guys later in another video. Bye now!